Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Club Editor Workshop. Um, I hope you have something to take notes with. Of course, you can refer back to this presentation at any time if you want to look over something again. So let's just get started. So, what the editor does in the club. So, your main roles in the club are you serve as the advertiser, communicator, and general publicity person. So, if your club is hosting an event or anything that happens within your club, you are responsible for making sure not only your members are aware of it so that they know of the dates of events and stuff so they can come, but also to promote the events within your community so that everybody is aware of what your club does within the school. And yeah, so we'll get into some ways that we can facilitate those roles, but those are just like the general. Of course, like it'll depend on your club, what specific needs there are within your specific club. So, hi everyone. My name is William On. I am the immediate past district editor for the 2019-2020 school year, service year, sorry. There is going to be a new district editor appointed, but I am delivering you this workshop slash webinar because of the unfortunate circumstances that led to decon's cancellation. There I am. The email stays same year to year. So if you have any questions about anything, you should definitely reach out to your lieutenant governor or the district editor about any questions you may have about your duties, and they should be able to assist you. So with your weekly responsibilities, you should attend all club meetings, post a calendar of events to publicize the meetings, and make morning announcements, posters, signs, and banners to, like I said, promote your projects and meetings, and to document and photograph your service projects so that I know some clubs have a bulletin board that is displayed in the hall. So you can use those pictures for that, or to create a scrapbook at the end of the year to look back on everything that you guys have done. So monthly responsibilities, attend club board meetings, attend Kiwanis club meetings, and provide updates on club happenings, update the social media page if your club has one, and communicating with the district editor by sending them articles and photos of the different projects your club has been doing. That way they can be featured either on social media or on different district publications. And to produce a club newsletter, that's one of the bigger responsibilities. The club newsletter is really your way of being able to keep your members in the loop, so that way maybe if they missed a meeting or two, they can still be caught up on everything that has happened. Additional responsibilities, train your successor, create a scrapbook for your club that can be entered in at decon, create club advertisements such as videos and flyers to promote your club, and make public service announcements, contact local press, and send articles to community newspapers. So this goes back to what we talked about in the beginning with your role in the club is you are responsible for making sure that your club members and everyone in the school and community is aware of the different happenings within your club. So one of the district publications that uh, you can send stuff to the district editor to be featured in is the Sunshine Source. And the Sunshine Source is the official bi-monthly newsletter for the Florida District. It's a good reference for your newsletter to look at like the layout and content wise. So if you ever are questioning, oh, what should I include in my newsletter, you can go ahead and take a look at the Sunshine Source, and hopefully that'll serve as some inspiration. Also, the Sunshine Source has a lot of service spotlights in it from other clubs around our district, so your club can get ideas on service projects from there. And it also contains information from the various district and international officers that could be beneficial to your club in your day-to-day function. So with this one, this was the first issue of the Sunshine Source for the 2019-2020 service year. And you can see there's the cover, and then to the right, the 2 pages on the right is the Cayman Islands Spotlight. And so that just kind of spotlights another area of our district, the Cayman Islands, and sort of what they've been up to. So you can see there's different like service ideas, right? So with the next issue, you can see like there's like a statement from a key clubber in the opening 2 pages, so you can like really get to know like other members in our district a little bit better. And this is just another issue. Um, this was the January February one, and over here you can see there's a 2 page spread of a service spotlight that could possibly serve as inspiration for some of your club's future service projects. All right. So with newsletters, one of the main reasons we make newsletters is to improve club communication and keep members interested. So within these newsletters, like you saw in the Sunshine Source, you advertise your own service projects, different division or district events like decon, Springzone Rally, division council meetings, and that's really just another great way to keep your members informed. So with your newsletters, it's a good idea to include pictures from past events, like I said, to ensure that everybody is caught up on what has happened. With your newsletters, you want to make sure that you're adhering to Key Club graphic standards, which we'll go into a little bit. A little bit later on in the presentation, and include a message from your president. And add information for future events, right? We want to make sure that our members are not only knowledgeable what has happened, but will happen in the future, so that they can make their best effort to attend. With your newsletter, you can send it out by email. I know some clubs do it over social media, which works great for them, but email and social media are just two options. But you can definitely see what works for your club and create a catchy title like the Sunshine Source, something like that. Just keeps it more fun. And include the Key Club logos, and send your newsletter to all your members, the faculty advisor, and any person who requests a copy of the newsletter. With your newsletters, there are a few things that maybe you don't want to do to ensure that they're as efficient at conveying your message as possible. So you want to make sure that your newsletter is not excessively long. That way, maybe people don't want to read through a 30-page newsletter every month. You want to make sure that you're giving them what they need to know and not a bunch of excessive information. And it's not a good idea to leave it to the last minute to complete. As with everything in life, you want to make sure that you are you are putting your best foot forward when representing your club to the community and your members. Don't make the pages too cluttered. It can get hard to read. Don't alter the Key Club logos or graphics. That's a part of graphic standards, which we'll go into a little bit further. And don't stress, just do your best. You got this. With your newsletters, I'm sure you will improve over time as you do them. But, the most important part is to really just have fun with this. And, of course, you can always ask your other club officers for assistance. Not every single aspect of the newsletter has to fall on your shoulders. And one last thing, don't use acronyms without typing out the whole phrase first. So with Casey, you don't just want to be throwing that in there in your very first newsletter when some members may not know what that is. So you would spell it out: Key Club Kickoff Conference, parentheses, Casey. So some general tips, like I said, definitely feel free to ask for help or advice when needed. Your lieutenant governor is a really great resource, and stick to a schedule when publishing the newsletters. It's just a good idea for consistency, so that way your members know, okay, so the first of the month newsletter is coming out, so they know that that is coming up. Share your newsletter with your school. It'll highlight all the great work your club has done, because we know how awesome Key Club is, but we want everyone to know how awesome Key Club is so that they join Key Club and their friends come, and it's just a really good cycle. Take a look at your division newsletters. These are called monthly electronic bulletins, and they're sent out by your lieutenant governor for inspiration. So often those will have different service projects in it, different ideas that you can possibly implement for your newsletter, and include pictures. You want your members to enjoy reading it, and pictures are a really good way to do it. Okay, so how do we produce a newsletter? So there's a lot of different ways you can produce a newsletter. So some options on the PowerPoint that I listed are Microsoft Publisher, Microsoft Word, Canva, Adobe Illustrator, and I know some clubs use Google Docs, and they produce really quality newsletters, and they can just share it straight away with all of their club members. So it really depends on what software you are comfortable using and what software that is accessible to you and that you can produce a high quality newsletter. But I know those are some really good options, those four up there. Other options, you can use MailChimp. MailChimp is what the lieutenant governors use to produce their newsletters and send it out. With MailChimp, there's different templates on there and different layout templates, so you can just sort of put in the information that you want to put in. And a cool thing is you can directly just send it out to your members from MailChimp. MailChimp has like an option where you can put in an email list of everyone that you want to receive your newsletter. And with Canva, there are a bunch of really cool graphics and design uh, factor, a bunch of really cool graphics and different design elements that you can use and copy and paste within your newsletter, or you can just create the newsletter directly on Canva. And it's a good idea to save your newsletters as a PDF. That way, like the format won't get altered depending on what method you choose to distribute your newsletter. And again, you can ask your lieutenant governor for template. They can definitely provide you with some, or you can make your own. So, social media is a great way to reach out to many members. If your club doesn't already have social media accounts, it might be a good idea to consider making one. I mean, I know it doesn't work for every club, but I know that it's a really good option to have. And if you post events and service projects, it's another way to keep your members informed and also to make sure to spread awareness about what Key Club is doing within your school and community. All right, so Key Club brand guide. So your publications has to adhere to Key Club International Brand Guide, and why this is important is that it helps our international organization maintain like a sense of unity, so that we're not all over the place. So like all our publications, like if you look at it, you can tell like, oh, okay, that's a Key Club publication. So with the brand guide, you can go to www.keyclub.org/brand guide for like the full details surrounding it. But one of the main parts of it is the approved fonts that you can use. So this PowerPoint that you're looking at now, this is in the Garamond font, which is one of the approved fonts. But you can use non-approved fonts for like headers or a decoration, but like just your main body text has to be within the specified fonts that Key Club International has listed in their brand guide. So these are the 6 brand guide fonts. It's in the full brand guide, so you can take a look at that for more information. So with social media, examples of effective social media, you can have a Facebook page or group open to members, or a Twitter or Instagram account that posts about the different upcoming events of your club. And I mean, those are like really the 3 big ones. But definitely bring it up with your other club, with the other club officers if you guys don't have it already, to possibly begin incorporating that into your club's functioning if you guys think it would be a good idea. So with the Distinguished Editor Award at District Conference, so that's just a way for you to be recognized for all the amazing things that you have done throughout your term as club editor. And not only that, it's a great guideline to set for yourself as a club editor, because you can look at the application and see, okay, these are some good guidelines for what I should be doing during this year. So here are just some of the qualities of a distinguished editor. A minimum 75 service hours, produces regular newsletters and sends them to the district editor, creates a club scrapbook, attends KCKC and Spring Zone Rally, attends divisional council meetings. And you can find more details about this on the Distinguished Editor application. And so here are some more: to attend past and upcoming district conferences, attend club meetings and board meetings, and you submit articles and visual media like photos, videos to the club editor to feature in the Sunshine Source or on social media. So how you can apply is under the Awards and Contests tab at floridakeyclub.org. You can find the whole application, and of course, make sure that you're reading through all the rules and guidelines. And additionally, your faculty advisor will need to verify that all the information on your application is accurate. So this past year's governor's project was Generation Green by Governor Star DeHavy, and this was focused on environmental service, advocacy, and action. So over here on the right, you can see some different facets to each tenet of the governor's project. But with your service year, more resources will be distributed soon on what the governor's project entails. So how does this apply to your position? So with the governor's project, it's just a way for different clubs, all the clubs in our district, to be involved with like one singular unifying project for the year. So you can show off the projects that your club does in your newsletter and submit what you did to the Sunshine Source. So that wraps up the district editor workshop / webinar. If you have any questions, definitely please reach out to your lieutenant governor or the district editor. And of course, the floridakeyclub.org website is a great resource too. All right, thank you so much for tuning into this club editor workshop / webinar. I'm so excited for you, and I'm wishing you the best of luck during your service year.